It's David's show. He's David and he's got a show.
Hello, everyone. My brightness on my computer is up again, so it's making lighting. When is it gonna get better? I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna get better. One of the things that I really like doing, and it's one of the videos that I really enjoyed, and apparently you all enjoyed it too, because it has like 70 views, which is like the top of my views since I started doing these. I think the most views I have on anything is like 1,000. That's on my expialidocious dance rehearsal. One of the things that I really like doing, as I was saying, was reviewing Madagascar 3. I thought I had a lot of fun doing that for some reason. So I thought I would try my hand at it again, as I said in my Madagascar 3 review, if you notice the little description bar that says I try my hand at. I've always liked that phrase. Anyway, I went and saw Ice Age 4, count 'em, 4. Woo! That actually looks kind of cool when I'm looking at it. And I just thought I'd try to give it a review. Well, I think one of the main problems, where the things go, is I saw it in 3D, and I hate seeing things in 3D. I honestly do. It hurts my eyes. My eyes feel like they're on fire right now. I did once put my Minecraft into 3D and then didn't put on glasses, and that was also an eyesore. But anyway, I went and saw it, and it was okay. It was okay. Anyway, basically the thing about it, let's see if I can remember the plot, because I'm already getting fuzzy on it. I'll get to that in a second. There's Manny the Mammoth, who is married to Queen Latifah, whose name I can't remember, and they have a daughter named Peaches, who every time they said that I just kept thinking of the singer Peaches, and I thought how inappropriate that would be. Go look it up. And then there's some sort of like continental divide thing, although by the time the mammoths were around, the continents, historical accuracy aside, oh my god, it's a daughter growing up story. She's a teenager. I hate teens in movies because Hollywood has yet to get teens in movies right, in my opinion, aside from maybe my favorite teen movie is not another teen movie, but that's just because it's hilarious. So his daughter is played by Kiki Palmer, and so they get separated, and so it's Manny and Sid, who's played by John Leguizamo, who's a really good actor, if you ever get to see him in something else. And then Dennis Leary's Diego, the saber-toothed tiger, who are all off on a raft, and they get bombarded by pirates, who is played by Peter Dinklage, who any Game of Thrones out there will recognize him as the awesome one in that. And then, let's see, and then the grandmother of Sid the Sloth. We actually get to meet some of Sid the Sloth's family, who are just douchebags. They're only in there for like 5 minutes, but like you honestly are like, what douchebags? And so they had come along. One of them was played by one of the comedians who was on Chelsea Lately the other night, and I was really enjoying him talking about it. He was like, I went in there and tried to give them my best thing, and then they were like, I like the lisp you put on there, and I was like, that's just my voice. But he did a really good job too, even for like the 5 seconds he was on there. I was just like the family, like that just that one little scene at the beginning was like really just a fun little thing to watch. But Wanda Sykes plays the grandmother, who comes along, and along with them this time, and she's like one of the things. One of the things I really liked about this was Wanda Sykes. She was just amazing. I've always liked Wanda Sykes. Some of the stuff she's done I've always been a bit iffy on, but when she was doing that, I was just like, whenever she was on screen, I was just like laughing my ass off at that. And I did laugh. It was. I mean, it's a funny movie, so it was kind of fun to watch. And it had its moments. It had its moments where it was like I could see traces of like the original Ice Age, which was just this really funny movie about family dynamics in non-traditional family settings. And that's just such a great movie. That and the little kid in Ice Age. Such a funny little movie. But Wanda Sykes is good. Oh, and Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage sings in this. I was like, what the heck is he doing? And he has this whole song with the rest of the pirates, and I was like, ha! I see Peter Dinklage singing, and I was like, you go, Peter Dinklage. That was a good part. But then at the end they have oh my goodness, there are major holes with this. Let me just give a recommendation. If you have the time and if you have an afternoon where you don't have anything better to do, you can go see this movie. It's okay. But there's some, like, for instance, can we stop putting singers into movies? Like, half these people are like, Nicki Minaj is in this movie, and she's a singer who's trying to act, and then there's Drake, who's a singer. I know he was on Degrassi. Shut up. And he's trying to act, and then they have Keke Palmer who sings and everything, so they had to have this big musical number at the end, and not at the end, but in the credits, and I'm always, like, it was just the, like, dumbest thing, like written to make some money. So, like, 5 people downloaded it off iTunes. And it's just, it's kind of forgettable. Like, the plot, like, you saw how much trouble I had trying to get through that credit, just trying to get through the plot of it, because I have it written down right over here, and I honestly couldn't remember it just off the top of my head. It was just, it's a movie. It's a movie. It doesn't have, like, the grandioseness of maybe a Batman that's going to come out later. Definitely Dark Knight is what I was thinking of right then, and then I realized there's another Batman coming out later this year, or I don't know, I just saw the Citizen Kane Kids in the Hall sketch today. And it was just, but it's really short too. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, but it felt like it was going on forever and ever, and there's just these long parts in there where just nothing is happening and there's no comedy going on. You're just, like, sitting there waiting for something to happen. So if they had just cinched that out, like, they could have put this on TV. Honestly, they could have made this like a special on TV. Like, So You Think You Can Dance earlier this week was 2 hours long. This is an hour and 30 minutes, so you can understand how I feel about this. So, and then there's the 3D, and I just hate 3D. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna go eat some food. So, good night.